there comes a lots of time when we all need to surround ourselves with the good people. Well, surround yourself with the people who wants best for you. Well, with people who wants what's best for you. But anyway, back when I was growing up, like I used to go to school, I've been having some difficult time finding some real friends of mine. It has been a very big struggle for me, because there are lots of people out there who don't take your kindness for. Well, there's some people out there who take your kindness for weakness, and there's some who just don't care what you want to do. So back when I was in school, I used to think that everybody, because I was always different from everybody. Yeah, I was always different from everybody in the places I go to, and I was always like one of the skinniest kid ever. Because my metabolism was very high, and I had stick arms and long skinny legs and a long stick body. And yes, I used to get teased out for it too. I used to get teased a lot for it too. But then I also used to get bullied by people when they're picking me due to my disability, like my autistic disability. So it's very hard for me it's hard for everybody. Well, it's hard for everybody in this generation to find the people who wants what's best for you. So, like one time I was hanging out with these group of friends, and I'd be talking to these group of friends. Like I thought those people were cool until I realized what they're doing. Let's just say they just like to get mad and curse at people. But some people be like, I don't know, that's not too bad. But I say, it is when you're too young to use those words. And yes, I used to get a lot of trouble. I was hanging out with these cool peeps right here. Every day, usually every day after school, we used to hang out. They pressured me into doing something that I'm not supposed to do. Yep. They all pressure me into doing everything, which is not really good, which doesn't suit me. So I say be careful with the people who you choose in your life, because after that, some people are just not trustworthy. They don't care about you or your feelings. But it took me a while to understand that. Like, you see, when I met my cool peeps like Anthony and Steven, those are two of my friends of mine. But they supported me since day one. And I was like, what? I think I found my real friends. Because when I look at them, I've been surrounding myself with good people. Sometimes it's hard in generation to see what kind of people we hang around with, till you see the good people that really cares about you. Because you know why? They really been down the road just the same as you did. So always surround yourself with people who wants what's best for you, somebody who supports you, and somebody who really cares about you. And someone who, excuse me. Yep, always surround yourself with the people who really cares about you. Because the people like that, you know why? They probably been down the road, and hey, they know what it's like to be hanging around with people who think they are cool, but until you realize that they're the bullies themselves. Cause let me tell you this, you were already cool. You were already cool before you tried to be cool. Trying to be cool, trying to be somebody that you're not, doesn't make you feel all cool inside. So you see, that's why I had to learn the hard way. Fitting in with the crowd, I've been over there wasting my time trying to impress friends that don't really like me. And what you guys been doing now, y'all just over there wasting your time trying to be around friends that don't really like you. This is exactly why you don't go and follow the crowd or follow the popularity. All you gotta do is just be who you are and surround yourself with the people with the people who try to do things in a good way. Because you know why? Because I was picked on I've been picked on in school ever since I was like 4 to 5 or 6 years old. You see, I was always a little guy back then. I was always so small and tiny. It has been a real struggle for me. Yeah, and there are a lot of times where I got peer pressured. Like, I got talked into doing things that doesn't make me feel comfortable. So, after all that what happened, let's just say the Lord, it's hard to see toxic people it's hard to see who toxic people are until we see it ourselves. And you know what? God only sees the toxic people, but you don't know they're bad, toxic people, but you don't know if they're toxic or good until you start seeing their true colors. Like this, it's what I had to learn the hard way, is that when people showed you who they are, then just believe them the first time. Like, if the person showed you their true colors, then you don't have to waste your time trying to change them. They showed you who they are. And if that's how people want to live their life, then there's no need to change them. You know what? Just let them be. Yeah, just let them be. But you know what they say? You can't just help people if they don't want to help themselves. Cause you see, back then, I was wasting my time. I've been wasting my time waiting on people to see if they could really change. But until I see that they chose they don't want to change, and that's entirely up to them, entirely up to them. While the majority of people in this generation hopefully do change, and there are some out there just don't. And some of my toxic friends were one of them. We gave them a chance, but they don't let their problems get the better of them. Therefore, they made some very bad choices. If they would have come to me and said that they were truly sorry, maybe I would have welcomed them as a good friend. But they didn't. So the fault was all on them. After all those days when I got out of school, you see, I was trying really hard to impress everybody. But now, after that day's gone, I done finally realized, I decided I want to take good care of myself. And, start doing like self-care and love myself before I start showing love to others. Because, you can't just love others if you don't love yourself first. So you see, that's when I've been going to the gym. And that's when the gym helped me realize that. Like, going to the gym is the best way to get your life together. And it's a good way to get your life back too. Because whenever I was in bed, I looked myself in the mirror. I was like, I was looking in the mirror. I was like, do I really want to be this guy in the future? And I say like, you know what? That's it. From this day forward, I'm getting my life back. One way or another. So, after those days, I done kicked. So, when I really needed but back to the toxic people there. When I really needed them, they never came around. They never showed me any love. So, I finally wised up and kicked them onto the curb. And it just goes to show that stop wasting your time following people on Instagram or social media if they don't want to follow you. And what I'm saying is, it's okay to be popular, but you should never forget to know who your real friends are. Like, find out who your good people are and stick with them. Well, that's it in the video right now. But hey, I'll see you guys next time in the week. And I want you guys to be safe and have a blessed one.